Oh, that's not the way I planned on starting this.
Hello and
I
welcome.
I took a breath and I immediately went, ugh. Folks, hello and welcome to Gamers Health. I am Rach Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR. With me, as you will find every Saturday night,
Mhm.
my lovely wife Rachel.
Hello.
So, um, let's see. We're gonna dive into later, like the supplements that we both take. It's vitamins, natural herbs, and other assorted uh, supplements. I guess.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Um, Now I've taken my doctor's advice to heart. I literally, being that it's my cardiologist, I am making sure that I'm pretty consistently getting my 30 minutes of exercise in every day. And I've started watching from the first episode of Adventure Time. So at some point, I guess I'll be caught up in the adventures of Finn.
Nice.
It's you need something to distract you,
Hmm.
and that's been going pretty well. Uh, I think other than that, do we have any doctor's appointments last week? No, it was good.
No, not until April.
Right.
Hmm.
So one thing I have found out apparently is that I am on enough name brand prescriptions that
That's a bit.
I have blown through my I think with my union it's a $7,000 yearly budget for medications on your prescription plan. So we are in March. It resets July 1st, and in the meantime, something like Farziga, for which with the customer assistance was costing me like I don't know $35 every 3 months is going to be like I don't know just under 1,100 with the patient assistance program in
Hmm.
place. So it's going to be interesting as this year. I think that I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to play a little bit of the prescription balancing game. I'm
Yeah, if they want a nickel and dime, we can show them how to nickel and dime.
Because I do have some generics that I'm getting on
Yeah.
home delivery through my prescription plan, and now I'm seeing how much they plan on charging for that when you're not getting that zero copay because they are apparently overcharging for it.
Yep.
And
We'll nickel and
I
dime
will
for
nickel
it.
and dime. I'll use a
Yep.
local pharmacy, and I will be
Yeah.
using good RX coupons for the for the foreseeable
Yeah.
future.
You have to wake up pretty early in the morning.
You don't realize until you realize.
Yeah.
Uh, Tammy, Tom, welcome.
Yay. Hello.
So, last year there was a similar issue, but last year one of my major prescriptions uh, changed its dosage like twice in the course of like 2 months, and I figured that was why. Excuse me, that was my Brilinta,
Hmm.
which was lowered and down to 60, and then brought back to 90 because when I had the stent put in. So fun. So as you can tell too, it's allergy season.
Hmm. And we've had some really nice weather during the last few days, so
So yeah, it's it's
it's
it's
we've got the tree pollen coming out here.
it's causing the snottiness,
Mm.
So one of the things that we wanted to approach today, I'm gonna just turn the screen just a little bit there, is some of the supplements that we take. Now, it's not all the supplements we take. Um, some I was taking. One I'm gonna actually pull out ahead of time. Uh,
Which is this?
this is a zinc, vitamin C, and vitamin D3, all in one. This is great as an antiviral protection. It's supposed to boost you against COVID. However, it's got too much vitamin C for me to take because too much vitamin C will potentially spike my uh,
Your blood sugar.
well, not my blood sugar, but how my blood sugar gets red.
Oh, it does something to the interstitial tissue.
Yeah,
Oh.
so I have to watch it, but
Mm.
this is a great zinc, vitamin C, and D3. There's a lot of studies show that folks that got hit the
You might have
hardest.
to give that to your sis or your parents or
Oh, you?
no,
No?
because I take my vitamin D.
Oh, okay. But the thing is, vitamin, they found that some of the people who got the worst symptoms of COVID, got hit the hardest, were deficient in vitamin D. So this is certainly something that you should check into. By the way, we are not physicians.
Not
We
at
are
all.
we are not people in the medical. We're showing what we have taken,
What works for us or what doesn't work for
right.
us,
And I'm gonna
for why.
right now. I'm gonna throw something else out there. If you are going to add supplements that are not currently in your repertoire, I would suggest you add, if you could add more than one new supplement to your daily intake, add one, wait a week or two, add the next. Some of them you might have a reaction to. A lot of times, the reaction is going to be heartburn, upset stomach. You need to be able to identify which, just like with medication. When I got put on all my medications after my congestive heart failure, I had severe stomach issues, fairly severe, and it took me a year to identify what it was.
That long, yeah.
Yeah, it took a year to let me realize that it was metformin that was tearing up my stomach. And I figured it out because I left the damn shit behind when we went to the Poconos for 4 days. And I was like, oh, wow, I'm not, destroying bathrooms across the county. It was,
Jesus.
it was,
Lord have
mercy. Lord have mercy. Tammy, I take garlic. Garlic is actually very good. We're gonna get to one that actually is huge.
Panacea.
Yeah. So, one of the things that we take, I know a lot of people in my circle, my personal circle, whether it's family or set of friends, actually take, because we're getting older. So, glucosamine. So most of the stuff I'm getting here is from the Mayo Clinic. From what I did my little research, I could put up.
Yeah, so definitely look there. That's one of the go-to sites for us when we do our research for like medical issues, or when we have certain symptoms and we want to know what, and make our little layman's diagnosis.
Yes. Oh my God, I'm dying. I'm dying here. But this, listen, the Mayo Clinic is a very neutral site. So, feel like it may help with slow knee joint degradation associated with osteoarthritis. And they're like, well, more studies might
Which
be
I
needed.
have.
Which would say more studies may be needed. May also be
they say that it can be, some studies show yes that it helps, other studies don't,
or indifferent.
Yeah.
But it may also help with osteoarthritis of the hip, the spine, the hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have osteoarthritis in all of it.
And it can also help potentially with rheumatoid arthritis. Now we get our, as I'm knocking stuff down, we get our.
This is Kirkland.
This is Kirkland, Costco's.
Yeah.
Because it makes it affordable now.
But I don't take that anymore because it gave me like gas to the point that it wouldn't release. And before it would release, it would give me chest pain. Like
I'm having
lower chest pain. Like not. Yeah, it was really strange. And when I stopped it, that issue stopped. So, we were able to find the culprit.
Tammy, I'm not disagreeing with you, okay? I go to WebMD to look up supplements and see what and vitamins. Rach I don't go to look up health issues on WebMD because, yes, whatever you look up eventually leads to death.
Well, we all got to die of something.
WebMD, everything.
Or live with something until we die,
or if I'm going to live, I'm going to lose some vital things like eyeballs. Yeah, it can be a scary sight.
Yeah.
But.
Well, I like the way that Mayo Clinic, they explain things.
They do.
Very well in bullet points of what the symptoms are. They explain to you what's the treatment. how it's diagnosed, and sort of like what you can do. Um, and they can be, kind of empowering at times to, help you understand, especially if it's a something you've been diagnosed with, and that it's like, okay, well, this is what I have, and okay, these are some other things that can help me.
Are you desperate to get into the camera? Are you desperate?
Oh, she's over here.
Yeah, she is. She's like,
Aw.
I need to get in here too. Now the next on the list that I'm going to talk about is CoQ10. CoQ10. When I mentioned I was taking this, my heart doctor, my cardiologist, was like, "Oh, good, that's great."
And that's the thing with a lot of supplements. A lot of the docs are just like, "Huh?
Yeah.
Did you take what?"
So this is heart conditions. CoQ10 has been shown to improve symptoms of congestive heart failure. Holy shit, that's exactly what I have, right? Although findings are mixed, CoQ10 might help reduce blood pressure. Some research also suggests that when combined with other nutrients, CoQ10 might aid recovery in people who've had bypass and heart valve surgery. All right, but it has some secondary potential benefits, and a lot of stuff is potential benefits. I this one, my doc was like, "Yeah, take it. It's good. It's going to help potentially with diabetes. It may help maybe help reduce low density LDL cholesterol and total cholesterol levels in people with diabetes, lowering their risk for heart disease. Statin-induced myopathy. Some research that it may help ease the muscle weakening, may help with migraines, physical performance. So it's considered to be safe, has few side effects. Like I said, most of the time when you bring up the idea that, oh, I'm taking XYZ with your doctor, like, cholesterol. All right, my father.
Yeah, he was like, okay.
Yeah, my father mentioned it to my same cardiologist,
Yeah.
and he mentioned, "Hey, Ken, we mentioned cholesterol." My doctor's like, "What the hell is that, and what does it do?" Yeah, all right, it's quackery. Effectively, is what he said.
Oh, he did say that.
He thought it was quackery.
Oh,
all right.
Well, I wonder what's in it. The cholesterol.
I don't know. We have to buy.
I think we have to go to Costco
and get some more. Tom, I ignore any prescription commercial on TV that lists potential side effects as diarrhea or death. I stay away from those two D&Ds. I don't blame you.
D&D. Diarrhea and death. Nice.
There you go. So now the next one is one that I'm going to definitely say if you add it to your repertoire of supplements, you may want to really make sure it's the only one that you are adding at that time, because you want to know how it's affecting you, and that would be
you want to know
turmeric.
What to blame.
Turmeric.
I take this one for inflammation.
Some people can say it upsets their stomach. Now this is
it can cause heartburn if you don't drink enough water with it in the morning.
Their suggested serving size is 4 veggie capsules. I take one. All right. I have
I'm only taking one too.
Yeah, but then
again, it's in that other thing with the.
We have different. Yeah, we have different. We have one with berberine too. I have to come up in a second. So, laboratory animal research suggests that curcumin the turmeric curcumin may present curcumin. I'm a New Yorker. Curcumin. I'll pronounce it like I pronounce it. Gosh darn it! Oh, here, little girl, I'll make room for you just in case you want more room. Yeah. She's like, yeah, that phone's blocking my way, Daddy. Studies suggest it may prevent cancer, slow to spread cancer, make chemotherapy more effective, and protect healthy cells from damage by radiation therapy. So I wish I'd known about this when I was going through Hodgkin's, 15 years ago? Holy shit. It also has anti-inflammatory properties. So that can help with other things.
Arthritis.
Even asthma.
Yeah.
Other research suggests that it may reduce cholesterol and triglyceride levels. In addition, it may lessen some of the symptoms of rheumatoid arthritis, such as joint swelling and morning stiffness. And they're saying it may help with Crohn's disease, certain particular cancers, depression, diabetes. Now, a lot of this stuff says it may affect diabetes. Now, why is that? Well, some of them uh, prevent some of the sugars being absorbed.
Well, sugar is very inflammatory too.
Right. So some of it prevents as much sugar being absorbed. Some of them actually stimulate your pancreas to produce a little bit more insulin. Um, they're all kind of hitting on different areas. Again, I can't stress it enough. If you add something like turmeric, which is also a spice, all right?
Which, yes, theoretically you could, you know,
Yeah,
go to like the Asian supermarket and get you. It's like a root, and it's like a brown outside and a yellow inside, and you can shred it
yeah,
into your food, or you can buy the powder and put it. But if you don't not in the habit of cooking with it, which we're hit or miss in terms of
yeah.
cooking anyway. But yeah, so we take the supplement.
Right. So now we also have another one, which is a turmeric, garlic, ginger.
I don't take that.
Well, this is one. So this is one that adds garlic and ginger to the mix.
But I could.
Garlic is a very helpful. Now, listen, I could tell you stories of my great aunt Norma, sister Camilla, having to go to the doctor because she couldn't hear. That's because she stuck a clove of garlic in her ear and it went into her ear canal.
She was tapping me on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Are you okay, girl?
Yeah, she wants to make sure we're not forgetting that she's here.
No, never.
So, I wouldn't take both. Like, I'm going to probably use up the old turmeric before moving on to the new turmeric. But again, I for me, when I'm adding supplements, I don't want to add more than one at a time because I want to know if my body's going to have an adverse reaction. Is it going to upset
And
my
you
stomach?
also have to be careful for recommended, to look up for the recommended amount that you're to have in a day.
Right. And
so that you don't
overdo.
Because sometimes you can take too much, and that has its own set of consequences.
And you're going to have to also carefully look at the labels because some of the stuff duplicates what some other stuff might have.
Right.
So generally speaking, as my personal rule, when I start something like if I'm going to start this turmeric here, it's saying 3 per day. I would start with 1, and then probably after a week or 2, move it up to 2 if I'm not getting heartburn from it. I'm not getting an upset stomach, and I might never hit 3. I don't necessarily always agree with the recommendations of dosage that are given out by manufacturers who necessarily want you to have.
Right. You have to be careful. What's the difference between what medical science recommends as opposed to what a manufacturer would recommend?
All right. And I'm not listen, we're not putting up Amazon links. All this stuff is pretty much readily available on Amazon. No Amazon links are going up. I'm not selling any particular brand.
Mm-mm.
I look for brands that are fairly reputable, meaning they've got decent number of reviews. Seeing something as a 5-star review and has 47 reviews, or something has 4.4 stars and 70,000 reviews, I'll pay a little extra money to get the 70,000 reviews. It means that real people are using it, not just paid shills. Berberine. So now, see, berberine also comes with Ceylon, cinnamon, and turmeric. So I'm going to be getting turmeric by taking this from more than one source, which is why I don't take the full dosage of 3 somewhere else. See where things are overlapping. Berberine, it supports the immune function. It supports cardiovascular, gastrointestinal. It also may help reduce low-density LDL cholesterol and triglycerides. However, this may, in some people, cause gastrointestinal issues. Now, if you add 3 things at once in 3 different, supplements, you're not going to be able to, figure out which one is the one that effed you up. Tom and his wife take turmeric. Tom has turmeric tea.
Nice. Yeah, we have that back here too.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, Tome of Diarrhea and Death. Yeah, we could send somebody there. Got to make reservations. Uh, Death by diarrhea.
Oh.
Be intolerable of metformin. You may actually find out what that is like. Now, niacin.
I
Niacin
don't take that.
is used to, well, if you're taking a multi B, you probably are taking niacin. Because,
I take a multivitamin.
okay, it might be in there. Niacin increases the good HDL,
Oh,
the good
okay.
cholesterol. So now, one that will be getting added to my supplement list when I refill my supplements for the next 2 weeks later on today. And that is Moringa. Again, I don't have a preferred brand. I try to find it. Again, they're telling you 2 capsules. I will be starting with one. Moringa is something that is from India and East Asia. It's a natural plant. It's been used for centuries.
Very fragrant
Um,
flowers.
and actually in
Let me see.
Asia, that's right. I left out Africa. It is. Wait, just gotta pop it open. Look at this, folks. It's an unboxing going on the screen,
Oh yeah.
or an unbottling, I guess. Get that safety cap off. Even the cat's like, "What the hell are you doing?"
We're gonna sniff it and see what it smells like, baby.
What does moringa smell like?
Oh, it does kind of smell like
What?
It smells a little greener than
Greener than green?
yeah. Like you get like sometimes moringa lotion.
I wouldn't get moringa lotion, but okay, I'll take your
It's
word
a
for
little floral smelling.
it. Okay, so it grows in places like
Sweet.
India, Asia, Africa, folk medicine. Now this one, by the way, wasn't able to find on the first place.
Right, the Mayo Clinic.
Mayo Clinic. Did it search for it? Bupkis. WebMD.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. WebMD. Yes. So why could that be? Well, because maybe there's another, you know, I guess studies that would pass muster calling for the benefits of moringa. Now, I actually first saw about this by watching an
Sugar
endocrinologist.
MD.
And he's an endocrinologist on YouTube, Sugar MD. I believe he's Turkish. And when he talked about moringa, he was like, he spoke with 6 other like random endocrinologists.
Mm-hmm.
One knew what he was talking about. 5 had no idea.
Right.
They're like, "What are you talking about?" One knew exactly what he was talking about because
Okay.
she was from India.
Right.
And
so she had a concept of Ayurvedic medicine.
Right.
Yeah.
And she actually said, "Oh, I recommend this to my patients."
Yeah.
So
Yeah. What does it do?
we're gonna get that. Just gonna catch up. Long shot. Welcome. We're talking supplements for your diet, and I'm gonna say I haven't tried this yet, but he did a whole video on the benefits of moringa. So when I found it and looked it up online, holy shit, there's a lot of potential. I'm gonna say potential because a lot of this stuff. I would guess you would say that there haven't been sufficient number of scientific studies to prove it. But it is relatively inexpensive if you're going to add something.
But traditional medicine supports it.
Traditionally, it's been used as a remedy for diabetes, long-term inflammation, bacterial, viral, and fungal infections.
Jeez. That's always okay.
Joint pain, heart health, and cancer. So, and then now this is an actual article. So it is a bit more less scientific in its coverage than the Mayo Clinic, but it has many important vitamins and minerals. The leaves have 7 times more vitamin C than oranges, and 15 times more potassium than bananas. It has calcium, protein, iron, and amino acids.
So I need to look into this one to make sure, because they tell you not to take ashwagandha with Hashimoto's because it has the possibility of increasing your immunity.
Now,
And they don't want that to be because
explain what Hashimoto's is.
Hashimoto's is an autoimmune disease where your immune system attacks your thyroid. And so that's probably the reason why they're not like, oh, let's not boost the immunity so they can continue attacking,
Right.
And keep the attacking of it to a minimum.
Controlled.
Yeah.
So, as antioxidants that can lower blood pressure.
So I have to look this one up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Reduce
and
fat.
the berberine.
Mm-hmm. Reduce fat in the blood and the body. So, research on moringa has used animals as test subjects. So, testing on humans has been very limited. Researchers are working to find out exactly how extracts from this tree affect people, but early studies show it may help with, and this is where it gets very interesting, rheumatoid arthritis. It may lower fluid swelling, redness, and pain.
Gucci.
Diabetes. Several early studies show that insulin-like proteins found in moringa may help lower blood sugar. Plant chemicals found in the leaves might help the body process sugar better, and it may affect how the body releases insulin. Okay. So now, here's one that parts of the medical profession are not going to necessarily like to hear. In lab tests, leaf extracts showed the growth of pancreatic cancer cells, and it slowed the growth of pancreatic cancer cells and helped chemotherapy work better. Other lab studies show that moringa leaves, bark, and roots all have anti-cancer effects that might lead to new drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's pretty exciting. They also think it can help with memory. Well, as I get older, I probably need that shit anyway.
Yeah, this sounds like amazing. So,
but then we have a list of other stuff that they think it might be useful for, and studies still need to prove it.
Yeah, your pressure,
cholesterol, arthritis, high blood pressure, liver damage caused by medicines. A lot of medicines do cause liver damage.
Right.
Stomach ulcers, asthma, wound healing, ulcerative colitis, diarrhea, anemia, and weight loss.
Huh.
So this could be amazing.
Yeah.
It could be that I start taking this and I'm hitting the porcelain throne multiple times a day because it overstimulates my stomach. Don't know yet. Again, it's why
we shall see.
It's why you take, when you add something like this to your regimen.
Yeah.
You add one type, one supplement at a time.
And as much as you can, if you're on blood thinners and things like that, definitely talk to your doctor about some of these things that you're adding to make sure that it's going to be safe, because some of these things, a lot of these things that like deal with cholesterol, like the turmeric, the turmeric, I'm not sure about the berberine, but definitely turmeric, garlic, the ginger, those kinds of things. Like some of these things cause your blood to thin a little bit. So, definitely if you're unsure, always see what you can, find out from the doctor and see what they would recommend.
Right. I mean, I've got most of my supplements listed on, like,
and some of them might say no. Yeah. And then some of them are just like, okay, we'll just put it in the system.
Yeah.
Then that's like, I guess it's okay.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, again, do your own research. See if there are any conflicts, especially if you're on a long-term medication. See if there are any conflicts with these medications. I mean, I do remember like things like some of those grapefruit juice can have an issue with certain.
Well, you can't drink it within 2 hours or whatever of taking certain medicines.
Right. So just do a little of your own research, and I'll be honest with you. My suspicion is you'll get a better feedback from your local pharmacist, especially if you're friendly with them, than you will off of your doctor if they're a traditional medicine. A lot of times your pharmacists, because they do sell supplements,
Yeah.
they will know, oh, there's an issue with this and that. Oh, this is good for that. Whereas your doctor is used to prescribing medications and
Pharmaceutical medications, not
pharmaceuticals,
traditional meds.
prescri-
Yeah.
not well, what traditional meds for our society, not not medications that are used in a non-traditional
I
way
think
for Americans.
I think Western medicine
Is
versus
yeah, they're saying
traditional medicine, Chinese medicine.
yeah, it's kind of like Don was using holistic, and
Yeah, that's a good.
that's probably a good term to use in this case. So
Yeah.
these are things that can help. Now, the biggest help that you're going to do, whether you have any of these conditions, is improve what you eat, exercise, stay active, even if you're not necessarily doing, I don't know, a set workout. Keep your body in motion.
Even if they're short,
Yeah,
great. Just take some movement.
yeah. I mean, Rach and I cannot speak highly enough for our. Oh, who there? Don, you're just a troublemaker, man.
What happened?
He already put up a mock cover of Diarrhea and Death.
Oh, nice. Death, taxes, and diarrhea.
Yes. Hold on a second. Let me see.
The things we'll always be able to count on.
Hold on.
Oh no.
What? I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna share it.
I didn't get to see the full art.
Well, now you will.
Oh.
For characters level number 2. No, who does number 2 work for? Oh my god. So and that is what everyone at home's getting to see.
Oh, and that's fire.
Yeah. So oh god. Yeah, that was me on metformin. Now metformin, I even tried I did a little research on it. Once I realized that metformin was the one that was carrying my stomach up. And I did a little research, and they said, well, extended release metformin, some people have a better reaction to. And my endocrinologist was like, we can try it. I doubt it. I was like, really? I was, yeah, no, because I'm willing to try. And he lowered the dosage and put it on extended release and said, take half.
Tried to do the workarounds that they would try.
And yeah, no, it's still. So it was.
It wasn't the elixir of life for you.
No, and that's how my my heart failure specialist, excuse me, put it. He's like, "Oh, it's like this is the elixir of youth." Metformin, if it works for you, is an amazing medication. If it doesn't work for you, it's amazing in other ways. So, very explosive, Tammy. Very explosive. I mean, and thankfully, I was well trained from my years in law enforcement to always know where there was a bathroom. So believe me, I always still know. I get an idea where there's a bathroom and where I can run in. And
I had that like with every major shopping district in Manhattan. Knowing if you go to
Macy's,
it's on this floor, or I always had this map in my head, which floor and which building the bathroom would be so that you could use publicly. And,
So listen, there's other stuff, multivitamins. Now I take a multivitamin. Everybody has their preferred multivitamin, whatever works for you. Okay. Now my multivitamin.
That's the only thing left that I take in gummy form, except for that melatonin.
I would take a melatonin at night with zinc. Didn't bring that one over. That's because that's supposed melatonin. Melatonin used to give me the weirdest dreams. They no longer do that. It does help me get to sleep at night, so I'm not complaining. But it used to give me some wacky, weird ass dreams when I was younger. But this is a routine. What else do I take at night? I have allergies nearly throughout the year. I take a decongestant. Now, if you've got a heart issue or high blood pressure, you have to be careful of what kind of decongestant you take. Forgot about that.
Oh, that's great. Good, good.
So, I'm going to mispronounce this. I am sure. So let's see if I can get the yeah phenyl phenyl
Let me see.
phenylprine. It's one that you can take if you have high blood pressure, if you have a heart condition. I can survive the day with a stuffy nose. When I go to sleep, I need my sinuses to have a little
Oh, wow.
little phlegm in
Don't
them
write that
as
small
possible.
on there.
Yeah, I know, because they really don't. It's a little bit larger, maybe on the side here, but um, if you again, there you have to pay attention to what you're taking, depending on what condition.
Phenylphrine.
Phenylphene. There we go. Yay! So I
I
don't.
think that was a pH in the middle.
Okay, so this is what I take one pill at night, and then if my sinus is killing me the rest of the day, it's fine. Matt, a shot of Jägermeister and melatonin. I know Jägermeister tastes like medicine. I understand that completely. Uh, I don't say now. Listen, a glass or two of wine, preferably red, is actually good for the heart. It has a lot of
Well, two for men and
one
one
for
for
women.
women.
Unless you're a larger woman, then in case I'm sure it's two. I'm sure it's based upon body weight, not.
No.
Wait, it should be. Wait, no. My son took two at 110
I
pounds.
think it's like they're like the weight that you should be.
My son at 110 pounds took 2 glasses of wine. He'd be a bit loopy. That is the fake Sudafed. I'm very much for the real Sudafed. I'll be honest with you. This doesn't work as well as the stuff I used to take like, I don't know, 20 years ago, which they pulled from the market because they think it gave people like heart palpitations.
Oh, I'm not sure. I never took it. I never really took the decongestant things.
Right.
Because they always like dry my mucosa out and make me bleed.
So for me, listen,
so I just leave it run.
If I was going to work, right? If I had to work on a daily basis, would I take a decongestant as needed during the day? Likely. You don't want to be sneezing on your staff. Rach has seen it when I get into my nice sneezing fits, usually early evening, and they'll go on for a bit and then they stop. But I generally don't have them at night. Why? Because I'll take one of these before I go to sleep, and hopefully I'll get my my 6 hours, and then by the time I wake up, I'm hacking up buckets of phlegm, like as if I was a professional smoker. Never smoked a day in my life, but trust me, I've got that aspect down. But this is just the stuff that you do. Now, some people are gonna go, "Well, I just take vitamin C, zinc, and a multi, whatever." Now, my multis, I'm supposed to take 2. I take 1. Why? Because I'm supplementing with other supplements. I don't want to have too much. I figure, again, even if you look at your multivitamins and he says take 2, and then you look at the percentages you're getting, it's usually well over 100% for each vitamin. You're getting many of these vitamins from other sources throughout the day, from the foods that you eat, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, the nuts that you're snacking on. So you are still getting these vitamins. And so do you necessarily need to have the 2 multis that they're suggesting? I don't do that. I'm not telling you what to do. Again, we're not medical professionals. I'm not giving medical advice. Neither is
maybe
Rach.
too. There's like a way of doing it, like with the chronometer. It's like a tracker for like your diet, like for your food intake, and it tells you how much of each nutrient or vitamin that you have in a day, and did you reach the daily allowance, did you exceed it, maybe you could use that, and then you take the multis at night,
1 or 2 depending on how you've done during the day.
Yeah,
You do all that. I mean, it's something that you have to um, curate for yourself. All right, the the supplements that I've shown and mentioned isn't going to be the be all, and maybe you've got no joy.
Because there's going to be other supplements that you find that you need,
right?
For different things that you experience. Like we just went through things that are like very common, that are common complaints, like cholesterol or triglyceride. Like I take fish oil for triglyceride, and that was the other one that
Okay.
was with you check it with your doctor to be sure.
Right. You used to hate fish oil. Like the fish oil. I don't want fish oil.
Well, when I went back to the doctor after taking those Mega Reds, my triglycerides were down to like 170 something.
Okay.
So, I think they were helping. I mean, along with diet and exercise, but
right.
Yeah. Give it every chance to do well.
There was a study in the 90s, this is Tom, that shows 30% less stomach cancer with 2 or more cups of green tea per day. So I try to get green tea over black tea.
Okay.
I'll be honest with you, green tea and me, that can do it for me. I do like my black tea. Now, if you gave me a tea that...
You could sweeten the green tea, though.
Listen, people don't realize that when you drink like Snapple iced tea, Snapple iced tea is made with green and black tea. I know this because my precinct covered one of their main buildings in the South Bronx, and we were there at the...
Which one? The green tea one?
No, their regular standard tea.
Oh, it does have green tea.
It has green tea.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah. So, and the benefits of black tea are not as great as that of green tea, but there are still benefits from it. There's benefits from coffee. I am not a coffee drinker.
Yeah, I like green tea cold.
Iced tea, the normal Lipton kind, in large amounts over time can cause kidney stones. There's a lot of stuff.
Really?
There's a lot of stuff that can cause kidney stones, including too many Tums, which, with my Mounjaro, initially I was taking too much Tums. I had high calcium. Now my calcium's back within the normal range. But and I still take some Tums, but as needed, and take one and see if that just doesn't. Don't take 2 or 3 because you're
right.
It's killing me softly.
Oh,
excuse me. I bring that up, and then it brings up. But these are just the things. I've passed 2 kidney stones. The first kidney stone, I didn't even know what it was. All I knew was I was leaving a Poconos and I had to pee every 30 minutes, which sucks when you have a 2.5-hour drive. And it hit me that morning. And then on a drive back to New York, I was in the public restroom at McDonald's and I went, oh, I feel suddenly better. And I saw something go down the urinal. I was like, oh, it couldn't be. It must be my imagination. And then a year later, I passed a kidney stone in the middle of the night. I thought that I was going to need to go to the hospital. It was the most excruciating pain in my life at that point.
Where does it hurt you? In your back?
You know what? Just midsection. I couldn't even
tell. Of your back?
I couldn't even tell you right now. All I knew was I was thrashing around, going, "Oh my God!" And then I was fine. And then a couple days later, my normal urination was no longer a normal urination, and that was bad. And then I passed it, and I can definitely say, I don't know what it's like to give birth, but I can imagine now to giving birth to a spiky baby ball. I can imagine how painful that must be as everything falls down around me. I don't even know what the heck. It's a remote control. It's a remote control. Everything's just falling apart around me. Yeah, my doctor warned me about that, as I am, along with coffee and a huge iced tea drinker. Yeah, I got warned by my endocrinologist earlier this year when I went in. He's like, "Your calcium is up." He goes, "That's not good. You don't want kidney stones." I'm like, "No, don't want." don't definitely fucking don't want kidney stones. I don't want a repeat of that. Tom, my business partner used to drink a 12 per day after work, and one day quit, but did not replace the liquid intake and got kidney stones. After that,
Oh no.
he was constantly preaching the gospel of drinking water. Yeah, flushing.
Sure.
You gotta flush those kidneys. It's strangely enough, it's not always calcium that causes the kidney stones, but calcium is the most common cause. But Rachel's like, here, drink more. Don't get a kidney stone. Here, don't get a kidney stone, Rach. Okay. Thank you. Tammy, I don't know where the pain was, but it was there. It was worse than giving birth. All right. Well.
Ooh, you've had it too.
Yeah. That nighttime pain was horrible. Passing the stone, I almost passed out. And then I heard a plunk in the toilet and realized I had to reach in and retrieve it. Because your doctors generally want it.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I thought I had a souvenir. And my captain Gene was waiting for me because he saw that look on my face. Was going to the bathroom. Was like, "Oh, you getting hit?" I'm like, gotta go right now. Gotta go. And then I come out. And I'm like, I'm all full of sweat, right? But I'm smiling.
Yeah.
And he's like,
boy or girl?
Yeah. Well, he looks at me and he goes, "Well, I know you weren't having sex in there."
No.
I'm like, "No." He goes, "So, did you pass it?" I'm like, "Yeah." "Can I see it?"
No way.
Yes. I'm like, "Yeah, here, Gene." And it was the size of a large pea. Listen, I'm not sure if it's a guy thing or a cop thing, but yeah.
No, I think it's a human thing, to be honest with you, because like I had a colleague who had a dermoid cyst, and they had to remove it. And dermoid cysts are weird. So like dermoid cysts can develop. They're not cancerous, but they can, it's just human tissue, and
right.
like it's like it gets skin. It can develop eyes. Just really weird.
Yes, really weird.
And
right.
So she had to have it removed, and when they removed it, and it can have hair too.
Did she name it?
She named it. She must have, but
I just
because she wanted to show it off. Like,
can I get it?
We're all sitting at lunch. She said, I asked the surgeon, "Can I see it? Can I take it home?" And they're like, "No, you can't take it home." And so she ended up taking a picture of it, and then she would show it all around. And I was like, wow. So I think that's a human thing, or just like,
what? That's,
people that are into more macabre things.
Right.
She was into a lot of horror and all that kind of stuff too.
I'm talking kidney stone. You're talking like quasi-aborted non-fetus.
Oh no, not a fetus. Men get dermoids too.
Rach, did you hear what I said? Non-fetus. It's got eyes. It's got skin.
It's crazy. Yeah, look it up. You'll enjoy looking at it.
No, I won't.
People will enjoy it.
No, they won't.
Maybe if they like the macabre.
Okay, Tom. He stopped drinking a 12-pack of beer after every day at work.
Yeah.
And got kidney stones. He had to replace it with water. You just can't stop. You can't stop that fluid intake. You got to replace it with something. Holy crap! Our Kitty's been sitting here this whole time.
Yeah.
She's just like, I need to be part of this. And are you gonna join us?
Okay. There she comes.
I'm gonna move the keyboard.
Then maybe you'll let Daddy hold you.
Oh, good luck on that one.
Oh.
Yeah, girl. I know you prefer being on a keyboard. I can't do that during a live stream because you could actually knock us off.
Okay, see you later.
See you later, bye. Too much
And you better be
dancing.
nice to me over here, lady.
Grab her hair, Sadie. Grab her hair. Talking about hair, I'm getting to that point where
Yeah.
I'm gonna start looking like Viva Fry, the lawyer on YouTube.
Yeah, it has to be a little more.
Oh no, it's got to be, but it's getting there. And honestly, I look less gray when I cut it, so I probably need to get it cut.
Yeah, I have to get a trim.
Make up your mind, young lady. What you gonna do? She's very very curious.
Mm-hmm.
But those are the main supplements. Some things drop in, drop out. Like I said, the zinc, vitamin C, D3. It's a great little cocktail, but for me,
Yeah, I have to take the D3 because I've had
D3.
I've had deficiency in the past.
D3.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
5,000 milligrams.
So I stay on it.
This has probably got more milligrams than
What is this? 5,000 of D?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's what I take.
Yeah. See, you could be taking that. She's back on the desk, and I really should. Oh my God, she's gonna get upset with me. You're removing my keyboard, Daddy. Why are you removing the keyboard?
Oh no, she's checking out the plastic.
Oh, okay. It means that she'll eat it and then throw up later.
I hope not.
What do you
I think she's just happy throwing it around.
chewing on it?
Is that what you're doing?
It-
Why is that good to you?
I don't know where it went. It went bye-bye.
Just ruined it, Daddy.
Daddy, you ruined it. I'm gonna have to eat your dice now. That plastic was better than your dice. So, all right. So, Rach, what else we got for today's for today's live audience? Oh, can I put the keyboard back? Thank you.
Maybe.
Until she decides to come back up.
Yeah, she might do. Or she might get down. Okay, she'll scratch.
I'm trying to think what else we haven't covered. Sadie, we're trying to figure out what you haven't covered. Sadie, what haven't you covered about today? More brushing, less hairballs?
Yeah, is Daddy brushing you a lot?
Not as much as I should be.
Mm.
But we have given her hairball treats, which seem to be helping.
And she likes it. She looks forward to those.
So that's a bonus.
Then what else?
Yeah, catnip. She likes her catnip too.
Oh yeah. We have a big shaker over there.
Yeah. So now occasionally we talk about what we make for different meals. Breakfast has consistently been I don't want to call it the lazy man's breakfast, but it's a very quick breakfast for us to do. I use one small pan. I make 2 separate servings of eggs. So eggs can be high in cholesterol, and let's be honest, egg whites suck.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just making sure we're all on the same page. But making an omelet with 2 or 3 eggs is probably not going to be the healthiest way to start.
Right. So you just have the 1 egg a day and you stretch it with your egg whites.
Right. So we do 1 egg a piece, and I usually use about equivalent of 1 egg white, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more, and scramble it all up. And you know what? You make it as an omelet so it's nice and thin. You flip it. I then cut it in half with the egg flipper thing.
The spatula.
The egg flipper thing. It tells you I need this stuff in my memory. I use a little of the shredded cheddar or shredded Mexican cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Fold it 3 times. Fold it over in thirds. Like 1/3 and then the other third over. And we use the Jimmy Dean breakfast mini sausages with biscuits.
They're mini biscuit.
And so you get 2 mini biscuits with egg and cheese, and that's our breakfast. It gives me some carbs, not a lot of carbs. And when I'm feeling more ambitious, I'll make
carbs that your body can manage.
Right. When I'm feeling more ambitious, I'll make our omelets with peppers and onions, usually with sausages on the side. But I found that we do like this, and it's cheaper in a lot of ways than getting like Like we'll also have the Jimmy Dean egg white bunless sandwiches,
Jimmy Dean Delight.
right? Which are very very tasty. But those are what we'd make if we have limited time. And like, oh, I gotta save every minute in the morning. We gotta get out of the house.
Right, when we go and see our niece.
Yeah. If I have time to make a breakfast, yeah, she's got a water bowl behind us, or her electric water
Yeah.
fountain. And
Oh, and she has some treats there.
yeah.
Yeah.
But right now, it looks like she's drinking her
Yeah,
water.
water, yeah.
Now, midway up is a painting of our doggy Donka,
Donka.
who that's a painting my mother did.
Yeah.
And at some point, we'll hopefully get a painting of our little Sadie. Sadie actually has been in the house now for about 2.5 years.
Yeah, yeah.
She adopted us. We didn't adopt her. She chose us.
She chose to come in here on her own.
Yep. And it's like, well, you came in. There's no going back out, Cat. We're sorry. So,
life on the street is too dangerous for a kitty in New York City. So
homicide, life on the streets. That was an old series on ABC. Good one though. Early 90s.
I thought it was NBC.
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 Yeah. Homicide, life on the streets.
Yeah.
And then Richard Belzer's character rolled over to
the SVU or something.
Not the SVU, but the other one for Law and Order.
There's so many.
Yeah, well, the initial Law and Order, which I'm not going to tell they call the initial Law and Order, but useless trivia. Useless TV police drama trivia from Rach Tenkar and Rachel.
Well, it's meaningful for us because our old pub was
in an SVU
in it,
episode.
and our friend John was in it in the show.
Yep, he was in the show. He was actually the bartender there, and they left him on because he knew how to bartend.
Yeah,
but he wasn't allowed to speak a word because if he did, they had to pay him a lot more than they had to pay him. You don't speak.
Oh.
Yeah. Don't say a word. Like, oops, okay. Don't speak. So, actually, we visited with John earlier today. We mentioned before he's on home hospice. Home hospice support through the insurance. I guess that ran out end of the fall because he exceeded his life expectancy. So, figure that shit out.
Yeah, he was on it for more than a year, or just over a year, unless they, went to recertify him.
Yep.
They're like, oh no, he gets a year, because they were expecting him, I guess, to pass within that year.
They were expecting 6 to 9 months.
Yeah, he fights.
Yeah, he's hitting 18.
Yeah.
God bless him.
Yep, more power.
So, oh God, I'm trying to think. I think we covered pretty much all. Now, next week, Rach, you plan on covering a topic, I believe?
Yeah, it's going to be about menopause.
So the men that are watching...
Perimenopause and the menopause.
Men that are watching right now or watching the replay,
don't be shy.
Let your significant others know what Rachel's going to be talking about.
Huh.
And
I love something for everyone.
What are you going to have for the men?
How you can help?
Avoid. What? I'm trying. Sorry. I was trying to help the guys out with that one. Just avoid. That's 6 feet that you were supposed to do during COVID that really meant nothing.
Oh, so not nice.
No, I was saying that would be insufficient. That's all. I was gonna.
You keep digging this grave of yours, man.
That's why you love me.
And then I thought too, a little further out, maybe looking at plantar fasciitis, and what that is.
Is it about plants?
No, it's about let's see. It's about some cartilage and like connective tissue on your foot that when you have strain on it can cause a lot of pain in your heel.
Oh, probably one of the many things I went through when I was in the police academy.
Yeah, you probably
I
did because you were probably pushing a lot, especially with the running.
I had that. I had fallen arches. I had shin splints.
Oh, you must have had that. It probably comes back every now and again.
I would literally in the mornings crawl from my bed to the bathroom.
Because you said that, yeah, like, you know, you were a heel runner, like you
Ba-dunk, ba-dunk,
yeah.
I sounded like a horse with wearing clown shoes.
Yeah.
So it was, they knew me when I was running around the gym. So yeah.
Yeah, and that can, like, heel strikes. You know, there's so many things that can throw it off. You know, that can, you know, damage your plantar fascia. So
you're going to cover that too?
No, not on the same week.
Oh,
a different week.
I was like, holy crap! Rach is piling this shit. I thought
no, a different week.
I mean, folks, just so you all know, I don't do research, generally speaking. I did. I'm gonna.
Yeah, you please be impressed, because he doesn't generally like researching stuff.
No, I generally don't.
So he had a sheet here that he wrote up. I was like, wow.
You know, I actually had my cheat sheet. I just didn't want to like put it up as I was going through it. But here's my cheat sheet, and I was like, wow, this I haven't
had legit notes.
So I mean, there you go. Look at that. It's almost like I'm a quasi professional or something.
Yeah.
Like I actually know how to do this stuff.
I
wouldn't go that far, but I mean, as long as listen, if you join us every week, you enjoy spending time with us, you get something out of this that's rewarding, whether it's emotional or spiritual. You know, where you come out of this
type of connection,
some kind of connection. You get some information that makes you think. You realize that you're not the only one that's going through, I don't know, medication prices smacking in the face. Where when you're on the phone with the person from India, I'm assuming, just from the voice. I think I dealt with her before.
Yes.
And
she did a great job before.
Yeah, she did. This time she just did, your copay is 1,000.
She just didn't master the broken record technique.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, but I paid like $35 last time.
Because the poor thing couldn't, answer. She got stuck on the card.
Oh my god!
And then couldn't go back to the insurance to say what did the insurance cover.
I hung up.
So she couldn't tell you what was maxed and what wasn't.
I hung up in the most polite manner possible. I'm gonna have to call my doctor because I was getting frustrated. But then I did my research afterwards and went, all right, I'm going to have to.
The benefit maxed for the year.
Yeah, the benefit maxed for the year. That hurt.
Yeah.
It hurt me.
It does.
Yeah. So yeah, other than that, what else? Oh,
I've been getting to 10,000 steps.
You've been getting to 10,000
more times in the last 2 or 3 weeks. I've been getting to 10,000 steps, probably 2 to 3 times a week. So that's pretty good. That's better than like, once in the last 6 months. So
yeah, I'm not getting the 10,000 steps. However, I am getting my 30 minutes of exercise in probably 6 out of 7 days.
Nice.
I will say, actually, before we log out, I will say something. Get a smartwatch. Okay, it doesn't have to be an Apple Watch. There are other brands.
You have Fitbit, which is great too.
Yeah, Fitbit. You got Samsung. Find one that you like. That when your exercise becomes a bit of a game that you're trying to make sure you max every day, or hit your numbers, it becomes something that becomes more conscious.
And I love the Apple Health that you can look because like I was like, holy shit, when I looked in my health and the health things that like it goes through like your exercise will say, oh, you're doing this more than over the last 4 weeks than previously. And then it'll like especially like taking more steps or taking more exercise, burning more calories. Um and then like what's nice too is like you can see in Apple Health, it's an estimate, but when I saw the other day my VO2 at 29, it's like a measure of your cardio health.
Right.
And so it said 29 and then it said high. I was like, oh wow, it's saying I have high heart health. Yeah.
I do not have high heart
So
health.
I went, holy shit, that's so great. Or good marks in terms of how it's
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
doing how much oxygen it's doing.
Right.
Making maybe whatever it does.
Well, and I think
but I never saw a high. And then like what's nice too is that like it also tracks like how you walk, certain aspects of your gait, that especially as we get older that can put us at greater risk of falling. As we get older, we really want to minimize any chance of falls. And so it sort of like measures your steps and measures like the stability in your step, like how much time you have one foot on the ground, which speaks to how healthy you are because it takes a lot more organization in your body to have like a higher number for, I can't remember the name of the measure right now, but
for sure.
to have the more than one, to have your foot, have just one foot on the ground at a time, like between your steps. So, yeah, it's really interesting to see.
We're not going to compare those numbers.
The changes. No, because you're different. Yeah, we come from different places.
Well, but not only that, I believe that for like my VO2, I am so heavily medicated with medication. Like you're on a treadmill, you can get your heart rate up to what?
I can get it to 130 if I'm high, if the miles an hour, like if I'm at like, probably if I went to 4, I'd be able to get it to like 135 or 140.
All right. So,
or if I do like squats to Y's on the TRX, it could go to 145 if I do enough of them.
Okay, for me, if I'm getting it up to, was it 2.8, just under 3.0, I'm around 110, 112.
Oh, that's interesting because I'll do 2.8 and I'll have like, I could get it to 120. It'll go to 120 if I'm pumping my arms.
See,
for the lymphatic
See, the thing with me
drainage.
Is I'm on Brilinta and Entresto, Metropolo.
Yeah, mine's only the Metropolo.
So I'm on multiple things that are there to control my heart rate. So
like if I've taken it early in the day and I go on the treadmill early in the day, I can only get it to like, I could go to 3 and I wouldn't be able to get it out of like 115.
Yeah. So you have to take into account your own parameters, I guess you could say.
Exactly. Well, and that's how progress is measured from where you start, and where you're going.
Where you start and where you're going.
Yeah, like because my walk thing said when I first started like last year to focus on this, like early last year, it said that I was at a high risk for falling. And then I've gone into the normal range.
You know what? I haven't. Yeah, my risk of falling. I think you're right. I think my risk of falling has decreased.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's just because we do all that extra walking that we've been doing.
Right, doing the exercise,
Yeah.
that strengthens it.
It does it. It does it for you.
It certainly does, darling.
Well, I think on that note, I think we're giving them an hour and 10. We gave them 10 bonus minutes. We are an hour and 10 minutes.
Oh, how wonderful. How lucky.
You're blessed with New Yorkers here giving you extra time, and it's all for free. Even the initial hour is for free. Folks, thank you so much. Really do appreciate hanging out with all of you. You make this
absolutely
the joy that it is. Yeah, Don, we're gonna miss you at GaryCon this year. Sorry about that, but you know, at TotalCon, they put it on the arm for us. We get comp tickets. GaryCon's not offering me comp tickets. I gotta go where I'm appreciated, and they're just too close to go to both of them. And I can drive to the one. Is that right?
Well, you can drive to the one, but the other one is really hard.
Oh, the other one you can fly to and then drive to.
You have to fly and then drive. Yeah. Because you can't Uber because you don't know if you're going to be able to get out of there.
Yeah, you can get there by Uber, but you can't get back. Yeah. Oh, my God.
You can check in, but you can check out, but you could be stranded in there.
Yeah. It's like, I can't catch my flight, but I got 4 hours to get there. And I can't get there.
Mm-hmm.
So. Be safe, be well, God bless. Roll those dice, roll them well. Next live stream will be Wednesday night. Who do we have this Wednesday?
I'm not too sure.
I'm not sure myself. Hold on a second here. Yuri Kurlianchik. Yuri, I mess your fucking name up.
How do you spell?
Kurlianchik.
Kurlianchik.
All right. You sounded better saying it than I did. In any case, we're having Yuri on. And then the following week, James Shields. And then after that, Alex Macris. These are all Wednesday nights. Greg Christopher on the 12th of April. And then Jeff Jones and Kelsey. We all know who Kelsey is, right? Mm-hmm. Shadow Dark. We're going to have her on in April. So it should be a great month of live streams coming up. So
very cool.
All right, folks. Thank you.
Take good care.
God bless. Be good. And latest.